Ladies and gentlemen,
good evening. My name's Nicci. Nicci Take, Miss Nicci Take, or Mistake.
Well, I'm not the only mistake here. When I walked on, at least two of the boys thought they might want to fuck me tonight. That was a mistake.
I thought it was quite interesting. He was saying that you could be sat at home watching TV, and now you're all fucking here watching a TV. It's Chinese best stuff. Oh. You're not used to the intelligent humour then?
So, it's Thursday night, it's Halloween. I'm from Liverpool. You know that trick or treat was invented in Liverpool. The Americans like to think it's theirs, but of course it's not. It's a Liverpool invention. We've been doing it for years. Except we don't do it one day a year, we do it every other day, and it's usually adults. We have a different name for it, it's called extortion. But it's the same thing. It's like, give me your shit or I'll beat you up. I mean, that's what trick or treat is, isn't it? So I do a lot of
Intelligent humour then. This is my second trip to Australia. I went to Melbourne for 11 hours, and I've been on Sydney for 3 days, and I'm going home tomorrow. I was quite impressed when they gave me the immigration card. It said, criminal record, yes or no. I thought, fucking hell. I didn't realise that was still a requirement. So this very broad-minded of you, that's why I'm in drag. The drag thing's a new thing for me. I've only been doing this since Christmas, and do I look good? But I've not been doing it long, 3 months, 4 months maybe, and I've been out a few times every day. Yeah, I'm kind of getting used to the funny looks. And you're all looking at me in a kind of funny look now, and I think I know what you're thinking. I think all the boys are sitting there thinking, why? And all the girls, you're all looking at my makeup and thinking, how? And boys, after the gig, I'll be in the ladies' room talking to your girlfriends about how, and you'll fucking realise why. I am a straight male, I have 3 kids, I'm happily married. My wife thinks this is a midlife crisis. That's on the basis of, let's face it, it's a little bit safer than a Harley. It's a little bit more interesting than playing golf. And it's a damn sight fucking cheaper than a divorce.
gigs in America, and I've crashed and burned at a few, but the worst one was in Fort Lauderdale. And I told this joke, and hopefully you'll laugh at it because they didn't. I'm not the first British tranny you've seen. You'll be familiar with Danny LaRue, Lily Savage, and of course the most famous British tranny in the world, Margaret Thatcher. Oh, thank you. Fort Lauderdale, not a fucking laugh. Nothing. I thought, shit, I'll Americanise it. So I told the gag again. I said, okay, I'll do it in American for you. 3 famous American trannies are taking a bit of liberty. Eddie Izzard, because they think he's American. Eddie Izzard, and they all got a flutter of recognition. RuPaul, okay, RuPaul is the richest drag queen in the world, worth $4 million. $4 million for wearing a dress. I do this for 20 quid a night, I mean. $4 million. But the most famous American tranny, Hillary Clinton. Again, not a fucking laugh. Nobody laughed. I was like, oh shit. So at the bar after, I was comparing, so I was kind of up and down like a horse draws. And I'm at the bar, halfway through the set, and this little girl comes up and she taps me on the shoulder. I had no idea that Hillary Clinton was a transvestite. I thought, fucking hell. When I stepped on stage, I doubled the average IQ. And I thought, I'm not going to bother explaining the joke to her, so I just said, yeah, that's why she got over Monica. Thinking, you're looking at me really funny. I know what you're thinking. Yes. So I'm going to do a little trick now, okay? I'm going to pause that joke because you're looking at me really odd, and I know why you're looking. Some people just find this inherently funny. Okay, boy in a dress, let's face it, is funny, but not everybody's laughing. And I'm beginning to work out why you're not laughing. So here's what I want you to do. Don't look at me. I know the lights are shining over it, but I want you to look around and find people who don't find this funny. Okay, let's start with the girls. Okay, find a girl who doesn't find this funny. They're probably sat there, okay, with their buttocks clenched. Okay, not trying to bust it. Right, look at them, and I'll tell you why they're not laughing. They're not laughing because I'm prettier. Am I right? Now find the boys, okay? This is really fun. Now find the boys that aren't laughing, okay? And look at the boys, right? Look at them, I'll tell you why they're not laughing. You're not laughing for one or two reasons. You either want to be a tranny, or you want to fuck a tranny. And just so that you work out which it is, I've got a little set for you to remember. If you've been in America, have you ever heard of Jay Foxworthy? He has a whole series called You Might Be a Redneck. So if your garden furniture used to be the back seat of a Chevy, you might be a redneck, those kind of things. So I've ripped that up and you might be a tranny. Okay, so girls, look at your boys, okay? Here's how you know whether he's a closet tranny or not. Right? I love the way, look, have you seen the way he's looking at the guitarist? Like we fucking know already. Okay, now here we go, right. You've known him a while, have you? If you have ever been away for one night and packed more than one outfit, you might be a tranny. If you packed matching shoes for both outfits, you fucking are a tranny. If you know all the words to a Madonna song, you might be a tranny. If it's Like a Virgin, you are a tranny. And if it's La Isla Bonita, you're a fucking drag queen. Actually, he's looking at me, you want me to get off now, don't you? One more. If you've ever been away on holiday and for a week and had to take more than one item of luggage, you might be a tranny. If they matched, you are a tranny. And if you had to buy a third one whilst you were out there to come back with, you are a drag queen. And lastly, if you have ever been paid a compliment about the way you've dressed by a complete stranger, you might be a tranny. If you ever dressed so that you could get a compliment from a complete stranger, you are a tranny. And if you've ever undressed in order to get a compliment from a complete stranger, you're not a tranny, you're fucking weird.
You don't have to get off, so I'm going to leave you with one thought. It takes balls to do this. Thank you very much, you've been very generous. This is my first UK meeting, you've been lovely.
His name, ladies and gentlemen! Yeah! That's right, that fucker.